The United Arab Emirates, UAE, has been steadily increasing its influence across Africa, leveraging its economic power, strategic investments, and diplomatic initiatives to establish a significant footprint on the continent. This expansion is part of the UAE's broader strategy to diversify its global partnerships, secure access to critical resources, and enhance its geopolitical standing. From infrastructure projects to security cooperation, the UAE's growing presence in Africa reflects its ambition to become a key player in shaping the continent's future. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and turn on notifications to stay updated. You can also like this video and share your views below. One of the primary drivers of the UAE's engagement in Africa is its economic strategy. The UAE has invested heavily in infrastructure, energy, and logistics projects across the continent, aiming to capitalize on Africa's vast natural resources and rapidly growing markets. For example, Emirati companies like DP World have secured contracts to develop and operate major ports in countries such as Senegal, Somalia, and Mozambique. These investments not only boost local economies, but also strengthen the UAE's position as a global trade and logistics hub. In addition to economic investments, the UAE has been actively involved in Africa's energy sector. The country's state-owned enterprises such as Masdar and Abu Dhabi National Oil Company, ADNOC, have partnered with African nations to develop renewable energy projects and explore oil and gas reserves. These initiatives align with the UAE's dual goals of securing energy resources for its own needs and promoting sustainable development in Africa. By positioning itself as a leader in renewable energy, the UAE is also enhancing its reputation as a forward-thinking and responsible global actor. The UAE's engagement in Africa extends beyond economics to include security and diplomatic initiatives. The country has established military bases in strategic locations, such as Eritrea's Port of Assab, to support its operations in the Red Sea and the Horn of Africa. These bases serve as a platform for the UAE to project power, combat piracy, and address regional security challenges. Furthermore, the UAE has provided military aid and training to African nations, strengthening its ties with key partners and contributing to stability in conflict-prone regions. Diplomatically, the UAE has been proactive in fostering relationships with African leaders and regional organizations. The country has hosted high-profile summits and forums, such as the Africa-UAE Trade and Investment Forum, to promote economic cooperation and cultural exchange. By positioning itself as a bridge between Africa and the Middle East, the UAE is enhancing its role as a mediator and facilitator in regional and international affairs. However, the UAE's expanding footprint in Africa is not without controversy. Critics argue that its investments and security initiatives sometimes prioritize its own interests over those of African nations, raising concerns about neocolonialism and resource exploitation. Additionally, the UAE's involvement in regional conflicts, such as its support for certain factions in Libya, has drawn criticism for exacerbating instability rather than resolving it. Despite these challenges, the UAE's engagement in Africa reflects a calculated and multifaceted approach to foreign and security policy. By combining economic investments, security cooperation, and diplomatic outreach, the UAE is positioning itself as a key partner for African nations while advancing its own strategic objectives. As the continent continues to grow in global significance, the UAE's expanding footprint in Africa is likely to play an increasingly important role in shaping the region's future. In conclusion, the UAE's growing presence in Africa underscores its ambition to become a major player on the global stage. Through strategic investments, security initiatives, and diplomatic efforts, the UAE is forging strong ties with African nations while advancing its own interests. As this relationship evolves, it will be crucial for the UAE to balance its ambitions with a commitment to sustainable development and mutual benefit, ensuring that its footprint in Africa leaves a positive and lasting impact.